need to press the attack against, but I mean, it's something that they're comfortable with, right? We've seen them pick Ember Spirit when it hasn't been the best pick just because they feel very confident playing with it, and Smash plays it a lot. But
the PPD GLHF comes out, this time at least before First Blood.
He is such a nice young man.
He's a changed man.
He has been trying.
You know,
he's less salty than usual.
He's someone who I would hang out with in real life. Like, as much flack as he sometimes gets from the community, he's just like a really chill, down-to-earth guy.
I think that's, for the most part, that's EG in general.
Yeah.
I mean, when they play, they get very, I don't know if emo is the right word. They do get emo, though, that's for sure. Like, after they lose. I mean, just look at them after the game. They're all depressed and just look awful.
Buenas suertes.
What's that mean, Shannon?
Y tu también, pasen. I don't know, I took 2 years of Spanish, and I know almost nothing.
I know buena suerte is good luck.
30 seconds to battle.
I mean, we're getting some translations coming in. So it will be the Universe Puck, Zai, Enigma, and the Lotus Sven. Universe looked like he just went orbing up there to get down an early Observer Ward.
Do you think they're required to use that courier?
EG?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it's in their contract, you have to use this courier.
I don't know about in their contract, but I would say it's like there's a lot of pressure on them to use this courier. It's like
it's a pretty good looking courier.
That's not bad.
You know, it's my saddest thing that Ehug, the Pandego, stopped playing for Ehug because he would always use the Elgato courier. It was my favorite.
More people use that. We've seen a lot of the the Husky this tournament as well.
Husky's been big. So early fissure block. This will help out the offline. It looks like not today. I'm going to send the Earthshaker down bottom with the Legion. Wow.
That's a really good ward. Not to get into cosmetics again. You know how much I love cosmetics. That bat ward's pretty sick. So Universe offlane on the puck. He's using...
That's a sick block from Universe.
He's using the S4 set. That's fans of, well, now Team Secret.
It's a pretty easy lane for Puck, I'd say. He's, I think, the best solo hero against Jakiro because he can dodge Liquid Fire. I think the only hero that can do so consistently without, you know, blinking and whatnot. So that's pretty good for him. Earthshaker had that early block on bottom, but still not going to be a terribly easy lane for LC.
That's actually a good point. Puck's going to be able to get levels pretty easily in that lane.
Yeah.
Even if, like I said, he can dodge Liquid Fire, but Liquid Fire's going to be used to push, and, well, Puck's fine just sitting by the tower, leeching XP.
And they had the Enigma to deny the first creep in the first wave, so he would get easy level 2.
Nice to be played by Mihawk. He does stop the double pull and can guarantee himself some CS, some farm here, but...
What do you guys think of this hero in general? I feel like it's such a snowball hero. Very hard to come back once you get off to like a terrible start, if you get off to a terrible start.
It depends on what heroes you're up against, I'd say.
It's not really, I don't think you can ever rely on it to be a carry, like, unless you're playing a safe lane and really playing around it, but when you put in the off lane, you're just kind of using it more for like the blink duel lockdown, and not expecting Legion to be able to solo kill heroes.
Well, he's going to be taking a ton of damage here, but has the move speed to... Okay, well, the cast...
He's holding on to the heal. He waited a really long time to use that heal.
Well, that was a fortunate bounce from the cask as well.
Yeah.
But I think he got up 2 casks in that engagement.
I didn't see, sorry.
I think he started off with the cask and then ended with the cask, I believe.
Well, that was the easy first blood for him. A little bit too easy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back already. He doesn't lose any experience. That's the advantage of being like level 2.
Yeah. Oh, Universe at top. He's doing alright. He's level 2.5. It looks like he may not get too much more out of this lane though, as it's been pulled way back. With an anti-mage, you're not really interested at all in pushing out the lane. You just want to... Actually, that's a double creep wave, so... But not today. I think maybe just creep pull is going to actually get Universe a decent chunk of XP once this pushes out.
Going fast forwarding to late game though, the Sven versus anti-mage match, I think Sven like crushes anti-mage. The illusions don't really matter. He doesn't actually need mana too once he casts his 3 spells, and he does a lot more physical damage. But the problem is actually getting to that main fight scenario where AM won't push you down. So they really need to get farmed on Ewo to put split push pressure on EG, which is looking pretty good at this point. 18 CS for him.
He has no real way of man fighting, not just Sven, but Death Prophet, Exorcism, Enigma Black Hole, and like this is just not going to be a fun game.
That is a lot of damage. What do you think about this? The AM and Jakiro actually pushing this lane. So if they push it down, it's going to open up Puck for even more experience. But at the same time, does it open up possible ganks onto anti-mage, or is it too early for that?
I don't think they're gonna
They don't
really
need to
push.
They
Yeah.
need a stack is far more important.
I think, yeah, stacking neutral camps with Earthshaker. We haven't seen Earthshaker in any lane because he's been stacking it. He stacked the double camp earlier. He's been stacking this pull, so I think stacking and pulling is going to be the bigger emphasis. And that play there where they're blinking behind the tier 1 isn't to help them push. It's just to zone out the puck purely. Like, slow down puck's level progress.
The PVD's very careful about his cast usage. He doesn't want to use it on a solo hero if it's not going to lead to a kill. He just waits for the creep wave.
As far as mid goes, Arteezy topping the CS over the Brewmaster by 7 CS. Not a big concern for the Brewmaster per se, and there's some of the stacks that the Earthshaker's been doing, which probably more so for the anti-mage, although Brew can slowly farm it. If Brew falls behind and is desperate for a blink dagger, he may take it himself, but number 1 priority is going to be the anti-mage.
So 1-2-0 build, slightly unusual. Well, you see 1-1 far more.
Yeah.
But so this is already a slightly more aggressive, I'd say. The 1-on-1 is way better for farming.
Even getting the you get the treads as well, so he's definitely looking to be aggressive. Wonder if he'll even pick up like a second point in the mana break early.
Radiant's top tower is under
It doesn't scale very well. I would say max blink over that.
And they actually are going to pressure this tower.
Do you
I don't know.
do you think that's risky? Like once they take out the tower, obviously, like I said, puck gets more experience as a result. Anti-mage can stay in that lane technically. I mean, what can they do to lock it down this early?
You can take the tower and then just pull it back and static farm it with the anti-mage, but the tower gold isn't as impressive as it was like in the previous patch. So I just feel like the gold you get from it isn't that really, doesn't actually help your early game that much, maybe.
I think what they really want to do is force someone else to come to the lane, like Enigma to come and defend, or Witch Doctor, but that's not going to happen. I don't even think they care.
It doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
He's doing pretty well. Boots, bottle, 1k gold, so... Well, as far as Sven itemization goes, I don't think he needs to go for anything like a fast blink. Is this just going to be like a treads or drums, kind of more normal Sven items, or... What do you think, Ben?
He needs BKB at some point, for sure, right? If there's BKB, or versus a Brewmaster or Earthshaker, like, you can't really go on these heroes.
I don't think it's a first item
I don't think it's a first item either. I think it's okay, since the anti-mage is going on fighting build, he can go fighting build too, so like Treads Drums or Treads Master Commanders.
He may even Midas. I feel like this isn't that bad of a Midas game.
Find Arteezy with the Ice Path. Lose your orbs to help out though. Universe trying to take out the Earthshaker, who's now on the run. Looks like that's going to still go in the way of EG. And it looks to be the end of this game. Uh-oh, Fear's here with that haste that we saw, but the Brewmaster pops his ult, disjoints the stun as a result. Fear's stunned now. He's in a horrible position. He's not very careful.
Got black
that
hole.
haste
So I gotta be careful.
is there to help with.
I mean, they're fighting into ghosts. Do you see Arteezy? He's like way behind the enemy line. Everyone else is just ignoring the Brew ultimate, and he's already gotten 2 kills. You see a stun on Smash, and this is just ending up terribly. That was even a nice Stormbolt dot from him.
They're going to lose Universe, it looks like. He's out of mana. No,
He's
actually
not going to go any
chase.
deeper, I don't think.
There's a black... You would solo Black Hole that and just right-click him down, potentially, so... yeah, EG bring in their entire team to the mid lane, and with good reason.
I told you not today's going to win this game.
The big thing that went wrong there is just like the smoke got revealed, but it should have been obvious it was going to get revealed because it was the 6-minute mark. So Arteezy was heading to the top rune to go for the rune, and the problem is they revealed the smoke and Smash wasn't in range for a clap plus split. So they throw out a fissure, they throw out an ice path, and there's no follow-up from Brew, who's the only one with any killing power.
And the Brewmaster split was used defensively too. They really need to be able to like, okay, fissure into clap into ult, and then get a kill on the Death Prophet. And with the first one kind of wasted like that, it really sets a bad tone for Not Today. And if Puck gets a blink tag at a reasonable timing, it's going to be extremely difficult for Not Today to win team fights. They're already lacking on team fight, I'd say, with the LC and the AM, so they really need to prove
speaking of LC,
most of the heavy lifting.
He's going to get storm bolted, Cask soon to follow, I'm sure. Do they have enough damage to finish him off is the question. Fear. They have enough move speed to catch up, that's for damn sure. And the Cask just keeps bouncing.
That was... Yeah, that wasn't even a lucky cast. That was just happened. His positioning, killed off the creep, went back to the hero, went to another creep, and... They're gonna farm this stack now. It's actually Smash who's taking it, so... If Smash had a good... If they win that fight and Smash is winning the mid lane, he doesn't need to take this stack and you can leave it later on for the anti-mage, but... They have to play just so defensive that Smash is like, I gotta take this now.
I feel like even LC could use some of that jungle farm as well.
Yeah.
Fast blink dagger on him, or her. I miss the horse and the big mustache, not gonna lie. That is my biggest gripe in Dota 2.
That LC is a woman.
Yeah, no, it's not the fact that, I mean, she
Yeah,
could be
yeah.
a woman
No,
on
as
a
in that
horse.
LC isn't
As
that
long as
the
she has
same
a
LC.
She has a mustache.
Okay.
I don't care if it's a she. She has a mustache and
I'm
she's
okay
on a
with
huge
that.
horse. That would be terrific. Nobody would complain about that.
I did like the LC model in Dota 1.
That was probably my favorite
It's
in
pretty
the
cool.
game.
He does look like Legion Commander.
Yeah. They can just add that to somebody else. I don't care who it is. Give somebody that huge horse.
I mean, that's kind of like Pitlord's. Well, Pitlord is the horse. I mean, what is Pitlord? He's a
He's like
something.
he's a pit lord, I think.
What is he? Pitlord.
Pit lord's a pit lord.
All right.
Isn't he like Commander
the
of
logic
the
is
Abyss or
sound.
something?
Yeah.
Something like that.
He doesn't ride a horse though. Like
He's got that big.
he is.
cleavage.
Well, he could ride
He's
like
almost
a
like a fat centaur.
like a dead horse, like Abaddon.
I feel like, have you seen not the Heroes of the Storm, like Pudge riding the horse where he's like just
I don't
huge?
endorse
Well,
other names here.
Everyone
not endorsing
rides a
anything.
horse in that game. I thought.
I
Wasn't
know,
that
yeah,
the whole
yeah.
thing? I was.
Well, it's just like
it looks
a huge
it looks
creature
ridiculous.
that rides a
yeah.
tiny horse. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Smoking contempted on Fear.
A horse is like the boots of speed in that game. Is that why everyone gets one?
Yeah. Pretty much off here.
That's
Well,
a dual
that's gonna
kill as
be
well.
A duel.
That's
Almost
a good game.
not. That took a long time actually. 4v1.
That's a really nice game. They didn't even have to use the Beralti, so EG at this point don't really. I mean, they want to hold on to the T1 bottom tower, but they're not going to look to take a fight.
You could tell that Fear knew something funny was up to. He wouldn't have storm bolted the wave unless he just wanted to clear it fast and then back off to the tower. But I think he expected it to come like maybe 10 seconds later.
Well, the Zai Enigma treads Soul Ring halfway to his mech, so he's well on pace to have a good early game presence.
Oh, Courier.
Goodbye, Courier.
Whose courier was that?
The die. Nothing on it. I'm not sure where it is, but died at bottom. Oh, miss micro. Died at bottom like the T1 tower. It looks like. Small things, but like these small things when you're behind, just they add up.
Enigma almost done with that mech. It's gonna be a pretty quick mech. Unfortunately, the block is there, so
Yeah.
no duel.
I don't think.
I don't think they had enough
Yeah,
damage, though.
Duel wouldn't have gotten a kill there anyways.
He had THG right behind too.
Okay. So Antimage is behind Arteezy on farm. Not that I don't think that's your biggest concern right now, but it's more the pace of the game and just getting your blink on your Brewmaster, getting Antimage towards his Battle Fury, which is still not gonna be that fast with Battle Fury, especially considering you went for these treads.
Unless he has something in his stash or courier, perhaps.
He's gone like full, like he's not getting any stats. He's gone 2-4-1 build on the Anti-Mage, which is definitely not the farming Anti-Mage build, which I think when you're behind like this, you've got to go farming split push focus, not more fight heavy with the max blink.
Well, Arteezy picks up his Yules. That could be pretty amazing against the duel if he's not the one dueled, of course.
It's really good versus Anti-Mage and Brew too. Just to...
Who's it not good against, honestly? The Yules is so... Like, actually, why is it
It's
being
not
picked
that
up
good
so
versus-
much more common? Like, it's much more common now than it was, let's say, a year ago.
Well,
There's 100 damage or whatever it is
that's
added to
really
the...
important because
the
Blink
not
Daggers are
blinking,
really popular now, right? So you need some sort of counter to Blink Dagger, which is usually Blink Dagger yourself or Yules, which is one of the few ones that are really good against it. Hex is too expensive. Atos doesn't do any damage, so they still blink out anyways. And
A lot of core items going up now.
if you get like BKB and just try and man fight, they'll just kite you too. So
Yeah, so the mech on the Enigma and the blink on the puck come up at the same time, and
Oh, wow.
EG, the puck is only level 7 though, so the puck is, despite having a blink already, isn't actually, like he doesn't have that max or plus Waning Rift.
Yeah, so his burst
Actually
damage.
max the orb, and like when you got your blink, normally you want to have like the max silence, like you blink in for that max silence duration, but levels kind of working somewhat against some of these EG heroes.
And this is where Natade needs to do something big. This is this nice smoke.
They got to use the ulti. No, maybe not. Smash this. It's on cooldown.
Wow, that's a really good Witch Doctor ult. Who's
Oh,
gonna win
dear.
the duel? It goes to Zai. Unbelievable. In fact, they're gonna clean up Smash
Oh,
as well with the
dear.
Universe on the back end. That is truly unfortunate for each. I mean, in hindsight,
Disaster.
the Brew ult should have been used.
It
but
was on cooldown.
Oh, it was on.
I didn't realize it was on cooldown, but yeah, it was.
they also set up for a hold too. It looked like he could have pulled all three of them right there.
Yeah. Arteezy just takes a T1 top tower, and actually will finds Ewo here, but killing him is not going to be easy.
Yours
Yeah,
is
it's a silence.
Missed time. He wasn't going to get the kill even if he hit the silence.
Dire's
And Puck
bottom tower has
finds
fallen.
another pickup at the bottom lane.
But here we see like Enigma useful as a tank. You usually just think of him for the black holes, but I mean he tanked there for so long. He had the
Dire's
extra
top
armor
tower
from Meg
is under
coming out
attack.
too, and very nice positioning by PVD to save him there.
So AM's on track for about
Dire's
I
middle
would say
tower is
16
under
minute
attack.
Battle Fury. You think that's, I mean that's later than you would like. I mean considering how much pressure he's seen, which isn't very much honestly, he could have just gone straight Battle Fury in
Dire's
hindsight.
middle tower has
Yeah.
been
I'm not sure if that
denied.
would be the right move though. What would you have done?
I mean, the way the lane was going, they were putting a lot of pressure on the Puck. He got a lot on the first wave, but after that, Jakiro was doing a very good job of zoning him out. So if you're not under any pressure or harass from him, you could just go straight for Battle Fury. It's easy to talk about in hindsight, though. I think he expected a lot more fighting up there. But I mean, with Enigma on the opposing team, you don't really expect to be messed with that much, right? So even if the Witch Doctor comes in, it's not that big of a deal.
Oh, we're going to miss the ice path here. Arteezy's just been sent top to kind of fight with this anti-mage and just not give him, at least make it so he can't free farm.
What a nice looking ward there.
Alright.
Indeed.
Little bat ward.
Love that thing. That was in the chest before ours, I think.
That's a nice looking EG ward.
Radiant's
summit
bottom
ward?
I think it
tower
is.
under
You know,
attack.
I said it
Is it
because I
EG?
thought it was a summit ward, but then I'm like, I don't know 100% if it is. I don't actually know what our wards
Ryan
look like.
saying yes. You don't even
Alright.
know your own ward, the gods. Unbelievable.
Uh-oh,
man.
there might find Arteezy over here. Fog is checking everywhere.
Except there.
Oh no.
That's awkward.
And Arteezy
Okay.
just casually walks away.
So I guess he's going for Lincoln's, or I mean, Sight.
It could even be Lincoln's just for the duel, honestly. That wouldn't be awful. But Sheep 6 like almost never
Yeah,
bad.
because I guess the one, like when the 5-man push happens, the one thing Notte can do is try blow up the Death Prophet with a blink jewel, but
I mean, if you think about it,
what do you
Legion
have to
Commander
break
has to
it?
get a BKB because
You have so few
if
spells
she goes
to break
onto the
Lincolns.
Lincolns,
Yeah.
Lincolns will be broken in, you know, best case scenario for EG, of course, by the duel. And if she's forced to go on somebody else, he can just Yule's Legion Commander every time.
There's actually nothing to break the Lincolns, apart from the Brewmaster Boulder Toss or something.
Fissure used to. I think they fixed that
Yeah.
though, right?
Cyclone on Brew.
That's a big problem though, because I mean, the Brewmaster's going to go in for a blink clap ulti or whatever, but
I mean, do you really want to be dueling? the
there's
Death
that
Prophet
delay.
anyways?
Before Exorcism, maybe. But yeah, I guess maybe not.
You ideally just want to blow her up with a Shaker. Like Shaker with the AM blink, and then that's that.
Thunderclap, nice silence. A big block from the Earthshaker.
He's gonna
Bruce
go for
finally can
split.
use the old Arteezy.
No Echo Slam though, so
Looks to be dead.
But how long
He's
has
got no
Arteezy
TP
been
support.
parked in this top lane?
Yeah.
Like, it's been so long.
Do they actually
he's gotten enough
yeah,
time.
they can keep that going.
I mean, in the meantime, Sven got to kill a Legion Commander. Space was created to some degree.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been taking them a long time to get these pickoffs.
Yeah, it really has been.
Dire's
They've
bottom
spent
tower
too
is
many
under
years. Ideally, you just want AM constantly pushing out that lane and farming up that jungle with all four of the other heroes, you know, getting kills on Sven or something like that. But
Oh my. Mask of Madness, ult from Sven, and 3 shots. Down goes Fog. And probably transition this into a tier 2 as well.
Dire's bottom
Yeah,
tower
I
is
don't
under
see
attack.
not. They know the Brewmaster
Dire's
splits on cooldown.
structures
That's the other
are
thing. Like, sure, Arteezy
fortified.
dies, but the fact that to use a Brewmaster split means T2 tower should be taken.
So Fear did go, he went Blink, Mask of Madness, now going for BKB, so going for a very fight-heavy build.
he also went
Dire's
max
bottom
cleave.
tower
It's
has
very unusual
fallen.
to see him max
Oh, that's
cleave
true.
over max
Yeah.
work rate. I think he was doing Ancient Stacks earlier, which is somewhat better against. But the low cooldown on Warcry is really, really good.
Battle Fury now up, but I mean, from the Not Today side, yeah, 10k net worth difference already, so this is going to be rough. And this is, I kind of like that the Death Prophet was just sitting top, because something, if you group up as 5 as EG, that's where that anti-mage will actually keep pressuring that top lane. Free farming away in his jungle, the top lane, blinking behind the T2 tower and just forcing rotations back.
Well, Anti-Mage
now.
far, far behind.
This is 1 core versus 4 cores at this point.
Oh boy, he's gonna jump right into Nighthawk. Nice Drunken Haze is gonna get some miss action, but it's just too many, the numbers are there for EG.
Is under attack.
And they could transition this into yet another tower. I mean, Arteezy has the ult, if they really want to use it. Smash. Doesn't have his primal split. He's at half HP already, so he forced back to the fountain.
Brewmaster
Anti-Mage is pushing top,
has
though.
been like super ineffective this game too. It was their first pick, and most teams are somewhat scared of Brew on Smash.
I mean, they can anticipate that they were going to pick that. 'Cause
Yeah,
obviously
they
gave
really
it-
did. EG and PBD knew what they were doing with the draft.
Oh my god, he's going to get this. One more hit's going to do it, but the blink out.
He's
actually
5
chasing.
He
Wow,
is-
he is so fast.
If he walked the right direction, he could blink chase the anti-mage there.
That was close.
But he could have tried to track him and then see where he blinked and use his blink, but nah, I'm not gonna get it.
Fog's going to take the ult from... Oh, okay, he might actually be able to TP
Switch
out
up to
here.
too far, yeah.
Do you take the break when you TP back? You do, right?
Yeah, you take the damage back at Fountain. So sometimes you like see the TP out and then the hero dies in Fountain.
Yeah, that is super annoying. Man, lots of summit wards littered across the map, man. And the Huskies in this game too. Oh boy. TPD. Wrong place, wrong time. But that does
No
take an
big deal.
entire team basically to kill a support.
Yeah.
Not exactly what you're... Well, maybe they can get this tier 1.
Does LC even have any dual damage? I think he has like one on one.
That was like
Yeah.
the first one, like right off the bat too.
Make this one a duel, like we've only seen. Yeah.
Yeah.
You at least get the tower here, Smash getting the goal, and other big problem is not that they don't really have any like items coming that are going to help things for them. I feel like Mihawk maybe has a blink on LC or something is nice and all, but at the end of the day you're under leveled, you're under farmed, and you can't really fight into EG, who now have a BKB on their Sven.
I'd say Blink on Shaker is by far the most important, and that way they can get ganks off without having to use a smoke and without having to commit so many heroes. With Blink Shaker, you can kill Punk with like usually even solo Shaker, and then you have one less hero split pushing you, more room to farm for AM. So it's a long road for not today.
So Lincoln's was the choice for Arteezy. So you were talking about how you didn't like duel, particularly against Death Prophet. If you have a blade mail, it's actually pretty good, even with the exorcism up, because she's kind of hurting herself at that point.
Yeah.
Maybe he's anticipating that possibility, although the farm's not quite there for Sunday at the moment. But I don't know, that could be pretty strong. But then again, I mean, we're talking about EG with so much team fight, they have a lot of ways to control the duel on top of just the Lincoln.
This is a good move. When you're this far behind, you need some kind of catch up, and you don't want to find the EG's 5-man. This Roche here is the smart play from not today. It's just a small thing. It's not going to be. It's not going to instantly get them back in the game, but it's definitely kind of the right step to take.
And there's the Earthshaker blink.
All right.
Dire's top tower has
They can defend high ground at the end of the day. The problem is, are they even going to win late game with Anti-Mage against Death Prophet, Sven, Enigma? I don't think things are going to necessarily turn around for them, even if they can stall this game and defend high ground.
Well, worse than Earthshaker's coming out, bro. Earthshaker's still pretty low level, I'd say. I don't even think he's
Level 1 ulti, yeah.
Anti-Mage doesn't have maintain.
Oh,
that's
wow, very early
yeah.
BKB.
I think he meant to use mech there.
Yeah, most likely.
After the nukes, he was going to just mech up.
Well, they have
wrong
like
hotkey.
they have an Echo Slam and a mini Echo Slam with Legion Commander, so we'll see if that's enough to clear this.
They're gonna lose the tower. They get some money from the tier 2 at bottom, but Smash doesn't even get his ulti off.
Wow. Big Echo Slam though, and a couple Universe gets blown up to the Mana Void, but 2 dead right off the bat for not today. It's a 2 for 1, and Fear just going to BKB. Objective-based gaming going for that rack. It looks to be a very easy one going his way.
That was a great silence by Universe. He's the one who got the silence on Smash when he came in with the clap.
And down it goes. I mean, not today just has to get this up. They don't want to lose any more. And EG's going to be content with the melee going down.
It looked like the Roshan was going to be fine, but by the time they finished cleared Roshan, it just took them so long that EG were already casting X's and making their way into the high ground, and not today need to be in position to like fissure block the wave or the ramp and just spam the Legion Commander nuke among other things, which they weren't really doing. It's a Manta style for your anti-mage, but he's not fighting end of the day against into this EG lineup. Everything for him is split push focused.
Yeah, I mean, Earthshaker and THG are both pretty good at defending high ground. I mean, what does Smash do at this point, though? I guess he needs BKB to get off his ultimate. I mean, they could also blink in with LC and then press the attack and then go in for a split after that, since I doubt they'll...
Well, he did use Thunderclap first,
yeah,
and then Primal Split, so maybe before the BKB's picked up, just Primal Split.
Yeah.
right off the bat.
Yeah, that was the end of the. You just don't have time to use the clap into split against the number of silence that and the amount of silence that EG have. The puck being an insta cast as well.
Or even just Eels.
Yeah.
Death Prophet.
So you can Malefice as well. Like you get the Malefice mid primal split cast, it can mess it up. Just so you buys you a little time to then get the silence off, whatever it may be. Not a fun game for a brew.
Looks like Not Today wants to take a tier 1 or perhaps get a gank off, but the smoke was thwarted. They really want to use this Aegis to the highest effect. I mean, they don't want to just have him farm with the Aegis, right? They want to try to get... You got to take advantage of what you have, which is a second life. And now with a Blink Dagger on Zai...
They just want to dissuade EG from pushing.
Yeah.
So, like, the Aegis doesn't really matter that much.
They'll lose a 6v5 fight, even if Anti-Mage having 2 lives.
They have to split push and force EG to like, okay, well, we gotta defend our towers, but
Yeah.
he's not.
There's no split push happening right now. Like, bottom lane, top lane, both in good position. Yeah, Fog's maybe just going to try to snipe the courier on its way back, but
Dire's middle
even
tower
that's
is
not
under
easy.
attack.
Ooh, game 3 bottle too. Get it! Yes!
Got it.
Empty bottle going the way of Fog. Do they realize what's happening? Mana Boy's pop destroys the Witch Doctor. Here comes the silence.
Good ice
Anti-Mage
bath.
getting extremely low.
He had the Aegis, but he'd rather save that for the high ground defense.
Yeah, but Smash now. He's okay.
Yeah, I think the press the attack usage has got to be absolutely perfect to be able to win the... No, it's not about winning the fight, it's just about not losing the fight and losing your racks. Like, I think even if Not Today execute perfectly, they're going to get like maybe a 2-for-2 trade or something defending high ground. And just buy themselves some time to keep farming out the Anti-Mage and keep split pushing.
Age is still on the AM as we talked about. Didn't want to pop it. Probably for the best. Might actually run into Zai and Arteezy. Urshik is completely silent and in all likelihood goes down before beginning off anything, and he does.
Zai's out of mana here, but if Anti-Mage blinks in, he can just BKB for the mana void.
Oh, there's the Yules into a silence.
Waning Rift is up soon, I believe. He blinks out, he gets coil stun, so... Okay, he's going to blink north. This is going to be risky.
Man, this is big time kiting. Holy jeez.
Well, who's kiting who, I guess is the question.
That's true. Well, he's been abandoned by his
Baited.
teammates.
Alright.
I thought they had the
Yeah,
numbers, but...
I'm not sure. EG, maybe the rest of them just got a bit distracted there, but... They obviously don't have the same mobility of the puck. So Puck's like, alright, my teammates are with me, I'm just going to orb and then blink after, and surely they'll back me up, but...
Zai's, or not Zai, Universe is brooding right now. I've heard they're a very quiet team, even when they're like winning or losing. They're extremely quiet, and they silently rage.
Okay.
They're a silent raging team.
I've seen, yeah, sometimes like when we see the camera shot after the game, like there'll be some minimal talking, but it'll be like, PPD will say like 1 or 2 like short remarks, and Fear maybe will, but you never see like an actual physical response. Like, yeah, I mean, PPD muttering a word or 2 to his team, but
it seems like they, if they're frustrated, which they're not right now, but if they're frustrated, they kind of hold it in, they bottle it up.
Yep.
It's not healthy, man. You gotta let it out. Now Cloud9 lets it out big time. Like, after the game, even if it's a win, they berate each other for like 5-10 minutes, and then they're good to go. It is actually,
I mean, they berate themselves. That's one of the big things with that team is that they're very
self-deprecating.
Yeah,
for sure.
and I think that's a big thing. Is being able to take that criticism and realize, hey, these guys, they're on your team, that you're trying to achieve the same thing. But sometimes you got to just be accept it for what it is, and you make a mistake, you make a mistake. Shit happens. Yeah.
Nobody's perfect, Envy. Okay? Crystal Maidens can be picked. He really hates that hero. I couldn't believe how much he was raging over that hero, but it was entertaining to
I
say
think
the least.
CM's okay.
I think she's not bad.
I wouldn't even say she's like bottom 10th percentile. She's maybe like bottom 20.
And Envy said if he picked CM for Pilot I would quit the team. That's cold.
I mean, it could be a very frustrating hero to play, for sure. I mean, just being ridiculously slow to begin with.
I wouldn't mind my captain picking me CM if I just get to AFK from the jungle.
Yeah, that is true.
Like, or at least the first duel. If I have to go lane, like then I'm just like, nah, screw this. I just want to get like my safe level 3, find my boots in jungle, then I'm happy. But EG trying to break another lane of racks here, and the T3 tower already down nice and low. This is very kind of 6.18s with the kind of Death Prophet 5-man death ball, and EG bringing back a kind of old playstyle and showing that it still works pretty damn well.
Oh, this Rax is dead. I mean, what can they do? Fortification's already popped BKB now by Fear. He's just going to take it out solely. Anti-Mage is forced back into his base, and they lose it for absolutely nothing. There's no trade in sight.
You got a T3 on bottom, right?
Did they get the whole thing? No,
No.
half of it. So
Wow.
half damage on the tier 3 for full
I
Rax.
think as much as it was for nothing, I think the alternative was you lose the game. Like
Is
if
there
you
still
engage
engagements
into that,
on Anti-Mage?
I mean,
would
but
have expired by
you
now.
can't let 2 racks
Yeah.
fall without a serious defense, right? You have to go for the play sometimes. Go for a duel, hope for the best. Maybe. I mean,
I feel like you're not going to use the Aegis on AM. Well, of course they can't see this ahead of time.
it's already
Did you
it's
clear a
expired
top?
at this point.
Well, yeah, I'm saying it's the shame they didn't get to use it in some capacity.
Well, I mean, EG's really good at playing around the cooldowns, right? You won't see them take a fight without DP ultimate. You won't see them take a really bad fight versus the Aegis too.
There's
So-
just so much good back. Like EG have Sven and then Death Prophet on the high ground. Sven's in melee range of their X. Death Prophet's kind of in that 600 range away. And then if you engage on either of those 2 heroes, there's a Blink BKB Enigma. There's a Witch Doctor Cask. There's just the Death Ward to worry about. Like sure, you can maybe Mana Void break the black hole, but then there's a Death Ward on top of you. There's a Puck blinking with a silence. There's just so much teamfight control that there's no way not to take. Like, maybe you kill the Sven there, but you're gonna get team wiped. So, I'm not sure what the answer's going to be. I don't even know what item's going to be best for Ewo here. Maybe it's a BKB just so we can team fight, but it's going to be. But so much damage goes through BKB.
Yeah, it's still probably the right choice though. I mean, it's like
Yeah, I'd agree it's the right choice
the
with all
best
the
of
silence.
what you have with what you're given. I don't know.
think Butterfly might be better. It's really good versus Sven and Exorcism and Witch Doctor.
Does it actually dodge Exorcism?
Yeah, I think so.
You sure?
Evasion.
I didn't think it did.
I don't think it does. I don't
Nope.
think it works on Death Ward either.
Observer says it works on Death Ward. Yeah.
No, I don't think it works on Death
No?
Ward either.
What?
Huh?
You can like wind run with Exorcism.
Alright, I'm not 100% sure, but I thought I was pretty sure.
Alteke Observer says no. I believe in him.
I'm fairly sure.
Death Ward, yes.
Exorcism,
Exorcism, no.
Okay.
That's okay. I feel like that sounds right. Alright.
Well, each is gonna get the Aegis.
You still get the armor from Butterfly Ben, so you get some plus armor versus Exorcism.
You can click Butterfly and run faster,
Yeah, get away.
but the evasion doesn't work.
Here we go. Aegis. Gonna go Death Prophet. He's got Harder Terras,
They do
2k
this a
gold.
lot. They put Aegis on heroes that don't typically, like, it's not a very... Actually, I'd say this is the worst hero in the game to give Aegis to.
It's not so much, like, sure, your ulti, you don't get it when you respawn, but your opponent still had to put in 2.6k worth of damage to kill this hero, and then he's still alive. And Death Prophet can still help out and beat tank and be in the front lines
Well, I think the more
after
important thing is they can
respawning.
actually push just without the Exorcism on.
Yeah, yeah. This
They
game
can
is
just
better.
tank it up without the Exorcism.
I think it's just about putting it on a frontline hero who's really tanky.
Pop it now.
Yeah. You know,
So,
look, they
like,
can
yeah.
just do this. Like, sure, you can blow up the Death Prophet and maybe break the Exorcism, but then you have the Sven who can pull you. You have the Enigma.
Oh, we
which
have
is
the farm and XP advantage that they do. It doesn't
Yeah.
really matter when you put it on.
They can't even kill us. You see once. They're not going to kill twice.
Here, looking for the kill. Evil's gonna blink out. Being forced to just right-click creeps.
Antimate's blinked in. BKB. He's
Yeah, I
he's
mean, this
lost.
fight's
He's
already over
confused.
before it's even begun. The racks are down. It's mega creeps.
It's like, man, this isn't working. It's all over. Game 1 in the bag.
Oh!
First black hole of the game.
And the first, that's true.
They win this game without using
He
black
needed
hole.
to cast it to feel good about himself. And this looks, I mean, this is a very odd game because the engagements just, not today was, they weren't looking for engagements at some point, and then towards the end now they couldn't even fight if they wanted to. It's just objective-based gaming from EG.
They got nothing out
They
of
just
the
pop
Brewmaster
BKBs
pick.
and they go for the buildings.
The Brewmaster pick just did not work out. The Legion pick, I think, was even... I don't think the Brew was a bad pick still. I think it was the Legion pick probably was, but the Brewmaster just...
Neither took off, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Get that Deso.
Yeah.
Mess up with those Dat Dota stats. Desolator on Death Puppet has a 100% win rate now.
Well, if you think about it, it synergizes quite well with the ult, right? Not that bad.
Gonna deal with that high
AG's
armor
probably a
of
little bit better, but-
anti-mage. Alright.
Yeah, that, I mean, that we've seen Not Today a lot this tournament, and that was probably, they've had 2 stomps where they were stomped. This is the second one.
Yeah, like, this is not a team who's performed badly at the Summit, but this has definitely been one of their weaker games.
You can see EG is just thrilled with their victory.